are so stoked and honored to be here for the second year in a row in Gering, Nebraska to host the 2024 USA Cycling Gravel National Championships.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, your elite men's field here at the 2024 Gravel National Championship on course now, going out for 131 miles of gravel fun to decide a national champion.
And approaching the line right now, this is going to be your 2024 National Gravel Champion. Let's give it up for this rider right here. Number 2, that is going to be Brennan Wertz from Mosaic Cycles. And there's our sprint, taken by number 3. The defending, the returning national champion, Cynicsa Cycling, the 2024 National Gravel.
It's a super good course for me. Even if I was kind of struggling, I knew I had to be a little more tactical this time around. And yeah, I went all in with my setup. I took a couple risks. I took the super fast setup, the slick tires, the big road gears, and I knew that this finish here really suits me well. So for me, the goal was just to make it to that last 2K and then see what I could do from there. So yeah, it was a big gamble. I put really all my chips on the table and went all in on that tactic and that strategy. But yeah, super fun race, really cool opportunity to get to race with just all the US guys. It's, you know, gravel's really growing and taking off, which is super cool, and there's a lot of international riders, but it's definitely special to get to race here with all these US guys. A lot of us have been racing together for a handful of years now, so it feels a little bit like a family reunion and just a smaller, tighter field, and but still, yeah, super intense, pretty fast racing.
You thinking attacks we're going to fly going up Robidoux Pass?
Yeah, that's exactly where the race really exploded last year. And that's kind of ultimately what it came down to last year, and I was able to get over it with the front of the race with Keegan, Alexi, and Payson last year. And so I knew that that was going to be a really crucial moment, and coming into it, we were all kind of looking at each other. We were more or less slow rolling into it, like everyone was just, yeah, no one wanted to take on the work to drag the group into it. So it was definitely pretty, yeah, cagey coming into it, and then the second we hit that, it just took off, exploded. I was gapped slightly off the back over the crest, but was with Eno and John Borstelmann, and we're all three very similarly built, similar engines, and we just put it in diesel mode, and we're able to make contact back to the front of the race, and then just kind of fight all over the rollers on the way back to town in the last like 10-15K. I was really hoping I could sneak away like 1 to 2K from the finish on that false flat road section. I knew it was going to be a tailwind. I knew it's like perfect for my bike setup. It's perfect for me. So I just like put all my, yeah, like I said, all my chips on the table on that move at the end, and yeah, it paid off. Yeah, it's a huge honor. I'm also going over for the World Championships in Flanders, which I'm super excited to go and do. But yeah, it's a huge honor. I think having this event is super cool. It's super important for the sport in the U.S. I think it's really great to see that this scene is really taking off and is being recognized by USA Cycling and has its own national championship. And yeah, to be able to fly the flag, wear the jersey. But yeah, I mean, it's a dream come true. This was really my biggest goal for the year. So even with the setbacks coming into it, yeah, over the moon. Super happy to have pulled it off.
Yeah, I was a lot less nervous this year than last year. I think there was a lot more unknown since we'd never done a women's only start before last year. So I was a lot calmer coming into today. One of the climbs on the furthest out point had some really deep sand where some girls even had to get off and walk. So that was the most important section, just to have energy, and that's where we ended up making a break of 3 that initially was away for most of the day. Yeah, after that point, I was just focused on attacking on the last climb. I knew that that's where I wanted to go, and I knew I needed to save enough energy to make it to the finish solo. There was a few attacks coming into the climb and like on the climb, but then yeah, when I made my attack on the steepest part, I straight away got a decent gap, and at one point there were 2 together chasing behind. And then eventually it was just Lauren DeCrescenzo chasing me. And I was getting a gap of 45 seconds multiple times. Then finally I heard 50 seconds and I was like, okay. Then I heard 55. And from then on I knew it was just being sure I didn't cramp. You know, it was about when I hit that 500-meter mark, I just started soaking it in. And it's really exciting to get to wear the Stars and Stripes for another year.